back to our YouTube channel. We are at the Daytona International Speedway.
And that's what we love about Daytona Bike Week is there's multiple stops, multiple places to be, and we want to bring them to you as much as possible because we know not everybody can make it. So the International Speedway has tons of vendors, tons of always bikes.
So much action here, yes.
Action, and we are right in front of Nash Customs currently taking this video. So if you want to see more, continue to follow. All right, I'm here with Mark and Evie on this beautiful Boss Hoss, inspired with a Chevy rear end. Tell us a little bit about your bike.
Well, I got it's modeled after 57 Chevy. It's a Boss Hoss. I got a 350 motor on it with a standard, transmission for the Chevys, and it's wonderful. Ain't nothing like it. As they say, everybody want to have a V8. Ain't nothing like it.
The power is there when you need it.
It's always there when you need it.
That's right.
And more, yes.
Awesome. So how many horsepower?
It is 385.
385, and how much does it weigh?
Around 1,500 pounds.
Woo, power to weight ratio, baby, right there.
And it's light, so.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for sharing about your bike. Alrighty, as you see, Daytona International Speedway, since 1959, obviously the prestigious Daytona 500, it kicks off the season. We've also got not just four wheels, but two wheels take place here, and I am so looking forward to this weekend when we have the bagger race going on. So there is so much to be seen here, and we're gonna go see it, so keep following. All right, we're back at the Speedway with Jeff from V2 Visionary. Jeff, I wanna know, visionary, tell me a little bit about just that word.
It's kind of crazy, I kind of was ahead of the curve on a lot of Harley stuff back when I was the editor of magazines, and now that kind of has come to fruition with the performance stuff and a lot of the other effects of how Harley's in advance with horsepower and things like that. That's kind of how we got the name, and we kind of want to be ahead of the curve on show people what's going on in the future of this stuff.
That's awesome. So what is your most popular item that's flying off the tables? What are people coming to see you right now for?
I think right now it's always kind of personal stuff. They've ridden out here, whether their seat wasn't so great or their gloves didn't fit right or they need a phone charger and mount. That kind of stuff's pretty cool, and I think that's usually for us the first few days or the first week of the rally is always that way. Sturgis is the same, but this one's definitely the way.
All right, so when people hear your name, V2 Visionary, what do you think they think of when they hear that?
I think they realize that, with what we do with product installs and product reviews, that, I've kind of been a sounding voice of this stuff for over 20 years now, and they can trust me in what I say about installations and parts and things like that, and how well they work and how well they install, and just mostly the truth, less fluff and hype and more real facts about stuff.
Awesome. So trust, credibility, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you guys stand for.
Yep.
So how big is your team?
So our team right now currently is 10 people.
Okay.
So we have guys at home doing stuff with our website. We have guys here, of course, a crew of 6 here, including my wife, Maggie. And then
Hi, Maggie.
Hi,
yeah,
Maggie.
exactly.
Yeah.
We make it all happen. She's a cornerstone of what we do. My partner, Dave, as well. And we just crank it, man. And I'm so excited every year to get back on the road.
Cool. So how would you rate Daytona in all the shows, events you go to? Where does it fall? What makes it different?
I would say, Daytona is the heavy hitter on the East Coast for sure. It's the first one of the year. Everybody's excited. A lot of guys are coming out of the deep freeze, things like that. So I think that I love it. Of course, we all know Sturgis is kind of the pinnacle of the Harley stuff. But I think, I would say Sturgis #1 with a bullet every year and Daytona right close. Cool.
How many times have you been out here to Daytona Bike Week?
I'm going to date myself and age myself, but I think it's like 23 or 24 times.
So far, you got the record, everybody we've asked.
I've been in the game for a while, kids.
Awesome. And that's, again, where you build that credibility and trust. It's not You're not the new guy on the block.
No, not at all.
Jeff, thanks so much, man.
Thanks so much.
Appreciate
Love what you guys do. Seriously, man, Advanblack, always killing it with stuff. And you keep blowing my mind. I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
You keep blowing my mind every time I get on my phone. You're dropping new stuff, cool stuff. I'm going to be out there in a couple weeks to see you guys. So it'll be fun.
Awesome.
All right.
Have a great show.
Thank you.
Right on.
Hey, we're here with Craig from Nash Customs. How are you today?
Doing great, man. What a beautiful day. So far, the weather has been spectacular. Turnout has been awesome. Like we said, we think they beat pre-COVID numbers with the vendors. It's been awesome so far.
It's been great.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about Nash Customs?
Nash Customs. What do you want to know, man? Look around. That's what we do.
Everything.
We take normal Harley Davidson motorcycles from mild to wild, basically, right? Any shape, level, wherever you want to go, you know. So, but you know, our whole thing is, you know, we want it to look like it's supposed to be on the bike, right? We want it to look custom at the same time, like it came from the OEM, right? Like it came from the manufacturer. Quality, you know, quality in the detail of our builds and what we do, and we just want to build the baddest things around. So, you know, it's when you see our bikes, we want you to go, damn. You know, it doesn't look like it was bolted on. It doesn't look like it was stuck there. It looks like it was supposed to be there. And so that's our goal. You know, our customers, you know, they're very attention to detail. They want their product right.
So if someone misses you at the show, how can they get a hold of you?
Just go to nash-customs.com. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, The Nash Customs. Financing on the spot. We take trades. You can come down here, ride the bike. We can ship it back to you. We've already done 9 bikes, I think, so far. We count the builds, so it's been a good start.
That's awesome. Like, I appreciate where you guys are with your bikes because you have entry level and they build, and somebody can buy an entry level, right? And bring it back and just take it to the next step, right?
Absolutely. So, you know, we buy them, or we build them, and, you know, when they come down here, they're ready to roll. You can come into the dealership, buy the bike there new. We can absolutely just take it to whatever level you want to. It's all right. We're a one-stop shop. We got everything. So,
what do you think about Daytona? Like being set up here, where you're set up here? Tell us a little bit about the feel, the vibe.
I'm going to tell you something. I've been coming down here for a long time. Been in the industry for over 20 years. Set up here at this with a different company, but it's set up here for the last 4. And I can tell you, I mean, it's kicking right now. There's a lot of energy, a lot of positiveness, you know, coming around. And I think 25 is going to be a good year. And, you know, excited for what we're going to be able to do with it. Growing like crazy, right? And just ready to rock and roll. But so far, so good, man. It's been a great turnout.
Craig, thank you so much for sharing about Nash Customs. You continue to follow us and you'll find out more about this awesome company and this awesome guy.
Owner of the Boswell Harley Davidson stores. Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good.
So I want to know, which Harley store was the first one you opened?
It's crazy. This is our 75th year being a Harley dealership. Our first store was in Henderson, Kentucky.
Okay.
And then we moved to Evansville, Indiana, and then we moved to Nashville. We've been in Nashville, Tennessee ever since.
And what year was that?
My father moved to Nashville in 1965. But we started our business November 1st, 1949.
Okay. And then you got the other Boswell stores?
The other stores we just added as the years went on. The population grew, motorcycles grew, so we added some Harley stores.
So you have a total of how many?
We have a total of 3 motorcycle stores, and then we have 2 clothing stores to go with it, downtown Nashville.
I did go to your clothing store.
Okay.
They were so nice there.
Great.
What about Daytona Bike Week?
This is my 50th year to come to Daytona, 50 years. And it always amazes me, the people, the bikes, the community. There's nothing like Daytona. It's the best time to kick off the year is at Daytona, no doubt.
That's what everybody's been telling us. It's the first place to stop at the beginning of the year.
Oh yeah, you got to go to Daytona. I mean, that just starts the year off right.
Yeah. So what about your first Harley? Can you tell me about that?
My first Harley Davidson. I was like 6 years old, and my father had to make it for me. But it was a little Harley 165, and he had to make it, shot because I was a little kid, and I still am a little kid. And they chopped it all down. I rode it around the yard, and it just never quit riding since then.
Please tell me you have pictures.
I think I'd probably have pictures, yes.
Gotta have them up at the store.
I will do my best to find
Okay.
that picture.
I will be there for Music Week. Is that what it's
CMA Music Fest
called? First week of June.
in June.
Yeah.
Yeah, you coming to it?
Yes, I am.
It's going to be wild.
I can't wait.
Okay, that's great. Glad you're here, having fun.
Yes, it's a blast.
It is a blast.
Okay, we will see him in Nashville the first week of June. Do you remember the dates?
I don't know the dates, but it's always the first week of June.
Yes, I believe it's the 3rd through the 8th, or the 4th through the 8th.
I would say you're very close.
All right, see you guys there. Hey, we're here with Brian from Nash Customs. Good to see you again.
Great to see you guys. It's always good to be hanging out with Advanblack.
We love you guys. Can you tell us a little bit about your builds this year?
Yeah, so I mean, this is like the debut of Nash Customs, and of course, you can't do it in any better place than Daytona. And we're at, of course, Daytona International Speedway. We got, of course, the biggest eye candy in the front line with all of our 26. Everything on the front line has big audio, has some motor work done on it. It just takes that ride to a whole elevated, level. And then as we kind of move back to the back, we're getting into some of our more entry-level baselines, as we call it. But you get into the fat tires, not as detailed on the paint, just kind of introduces everyone to like a CVO style kind of ride. And but then as well, you got the Nash styling that finishes it off, gives you a little bit of attitude, and then we can go a whole new level after that.
Which one is your favorite bike? Let's go to it.
So these two over here are my favorite. We're working now on the 24s. When this got taken off the truck, it immediately sold that fast. We kind of used an old school chopper feeling to the bike itself, and then we ghosted in some graphics into the paint. But we just love that blue, and as the sun changes, the whole bike changes and comes to life. But you can see the chrome all the way throughout. Covington pipes, curly accented accessories all the way through. We're making our own air covers now, so just change up the styling a little bit. American suspension on the front end, and big audios on this bike all the way through. So you got it all. You can't go wrong on this bike whatsoever. And like I said, customer saw it as we were literally taking it off the trailer, stopped us in what we were doing, and bought it right there on the spot.
That is mine.
Yeah. And then, Jacob got to play with some eye candy, and I know that you guys are going to come out here and talk to him at some point today. But, this gets into a whole new level of a performance bike. Again, without overdoing it, we actually built it on the CVO, the 23.5 CVO. So it's got the 121 in it. Special paint, elevated the paint. NSD did the job for us. And, we got in some components from Jade Affiliate on the front and rear wheels. Then we just changed up, of course, all the different components all the way throughout. But the base model on that CVO, when it launched, was so nice. You couldn't go wrong with just making that attitude kind of performance without overdoing it. Now, whoever gets this bike can elevate the audio a little bit more if that's their thing. They can elevate the performance if that's their thing, or just roll out, as is. We threw on the Olin suspension on the back, just kind of gives it this nice slick, mean look. So you can take it to a whole new level or just cruise right here.
Cool. Thank
Love
you
it.
so much. We appreciate
Cool.
always your time, always your knowledge, and friendly good dude.
Always, man, always. Great to see you guys down here in Bike Week, and we're going to catch up with you guys over there at Destination Daytona.
Yes.
Alrighty, we are here with Matt. Matt, I think your title was brand manager. You do a lot with important people, so he found us and wanted to interview. No, I'm just kidding. No, we're so
we
glad.
hunted him down.
Yeah, we
Professional Monkey told me to watch out for you guys. He said these guys are gonna be walking around. Try not to get mixed up with these guys.
That's awesome. No, we're here back at the International Speedway, where Harley does an amazing job putting a big spread on, showcasing all your new stuff. And so we want you to tell us a little bit about what you brought here, what's new, what's exciting, help our audience that can't make it here feel like they're here.
Yeah, I mean, the best part about being in at Daytona, Laconia, Sturgis is that you get it all here at once. So you get to really understand the motorcycles that we have, accessories, apparel, racing, a little bit of everything. And in particular, we're standing next to all the new Softails. So this year we did a major refresh on all of the Softail models. They all have LED lighting. They've all been, we've worked on the suspension for all of them. And then just kind of bike by bike made a lot of small changes that add up to some really big changes when you get a chance to ride them. And that's another big thing is obviously we have 150 bikes out in the demo corral, so you can literally go through it bike by bike and ride each one and get a good feel for it. Because you don't get a good feel for a bike until you put some miles on it.
That's it. Butt in the seat.
Yep.
Get that response, and then you fall in love with the one that matches you, and exactly.
Yeah, because every bike has a different rider triangle. It'll fit you differently. Either it'll fit your style differently, or just fit you as a person. If you like a lower seat height or a higher seat height, or maybe you like to ride, like a little sportier. You like to go find some corners. The beautiful part about the breadth of the Softail lineup is that there's a little bit of a bike for everybody.
Right. And if we jump over, is the Purple Abyss available at anything Softail, or is it touring only?
It's just touring. Yep.
Touring only. Okay.
Yep.
How's that color been received?
You know what? I think it's been pretty good. I think when people saw the photos, they're like, "Oh, purple. All right, that's a lot of purple." But then when you get a chance to see it, like that one over there, especially the matte, kind of the denim paint, it looks beautiful. It's just really like, and especially with the new fairing, new bags, the new styling of the new touring bikes. I mean, one of the reasons we did that is you kind of see like the old bikes had a really round, beautiful, kind of retro tank. And the idea was to modernize it. And also, I'm going to forget the word that the design team always uses, but those angles are in there specifically to catch light. So you can see like on the purple Denim Abyss, that you can see like that light on the tank there really kind of shows off the paint and kind of gives it more texture the reflection.
Yeah.
It just gives all the angles and the lines give it just a little bit better a look at the color and the design of the tank, which is cool. I'm personally a big denim fan, so that one I really like. My previous bike, I have a 24 Road Glide in Whiskey Fire.
Okay.
And my bike before that, though, was a 2019 Wicked Red Denim Road Glide. So I'm a little partial to the denim paint.
All right, so as far as sales, do you know anything, whether denim or gloss, or what's a popular color this year?
No, we don't really talk about sales on different colors, but I will tell you the reception of all of the colors has been great. The Whiskey Fire and Vivid Black that you see on that Fat Boy has been really popular. People love that. If we have one here, there's probably one that color on the new Street Glide Ultra looks awesome.
Really?
Like that Street Glide Ultra in that with the blacked out trim in the Vivid Black and Whiskey Fire looks amazing.
It is. It's hot. It pops. I like the way that it's broken up,
Yeah.
and it's a different paint scheme. It's broken up differently than some of the traditional ones too.
Yeah, the other one that people like, the Lowrider S T, in the billiard blue, that blue.
Yeah, right at the beginning.
Yeah, with the old school throwback logo on the tank and the chrome.
Yes.
That's also, that one has been received beautifully. People love that bike because it kind of gives vibes of like old school FXR. There's a couple of those that have that blue and the chrome.
Yeah.
So it kind of gives that vibe to it. And it's been fun to watch the reaction.
And that's the new for the 25, right? Is the addition of the chrome into the lineup, right?
Yeah, we brought chrome back quite a bit. Breakout, Fat Boy, and then a big thing for Lowrider ST is the 2 different trims. So you can get it in black like this one, or you can get it in chrome. And a couple other things too is we went into the 2 into the 1 exhaust. So then the bags on the back look the same, are the same size, and that's obviously a big piece of the Softail changes has been customer feedback. So we really have done a lot of research. We've collected a lot of data over the last several years, and used that to put that into the bikes. Another big change too is the kind of the analog dial. We had before was the little LCD.
Yeah.
Personally, I really like that little LCD because it just particularly on the Lowrider ST and the Street Bob, it's just super clean. There's nothing there. It looks kind of like a custom bike, when people hide everything. But, it can be a little bit difficult to see, so we really had a lot of feedback that people wanted just in a kind of an old school gauge on there. So that kind of marries both. You have a little LCD piece on the bottom that gives you ride modes, gas, and then you have the gauge on top. And that's another big thing with all of the Softails. There's 3 different engine trims, custom classic and high output. High output is on the Lowrider ST, the Lowrider S, and then they all have ride modes. So rain, road, and sport. And that's really fun to play with. Again, when you go take out a demo ride and go try those.
Yeah, you put it in rain mode. It's great for a beginner. Kind of dials everything down.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And it's good for any kind of inclement weather or sand or dirt.
Sure.
Sometimes I find myself taking a wrong turn on a trip, and I end up in gravel for a while. Just put it into rain mode. It's also I call it it's the bagger off-road mode.
There you go.
For me personally.
But as a motorcyclist, we never take a wrong turn, right?
No.
It's always an
that's what
adventure.
We're supposed to be.
That's right, exactly.
That's what we're supposed to be. That's what it was meant to happen.
I want to make sure that the audience is hearing that Matt said Harley is listening to your voice. So you're giving feedback, you're helping to make the changes for the next years to come, which is great.
For sure. Like you said, a part of my job is working with all of our YouTube partners, social influencers. So we are watching and listening to everybody's feedback, to their feedback. And then just on top of that, our product planning teams, design teams are all doing a lot of research. And that's a big part of the job, is listening to customers and then using that to put that work into the bikes.
Sure. And then even as we got talking a little bit, you're personalizing your own bike, right? That's the individualization, right? Everybody goes ahead and makes them unique, which I think is important.
Yep.
Even Harley riders, you guys, as an employee, you don't leave it totally stock, right?
Nope.
Okay, that's awesome.
No, I put a bunch of work. Like I said, I got a 24 last April. I'm just coming up on a year and have done a bunch of work from air cleaner, exhaust, seat, bars, some extra lighting. We'll have to mix it up quite a bit, because that's what it's about. That's the best part of having a Harley, is making it yours.
That's it. And so probably one of the last things, since you mentioned the first 3, you got Daytona, Laconia, you got Sturgis. Which is your personal favorite?
You know what? I actually have not been to Laconia. That has been on my bucket list for a long time, and our work just is really busy. Also, a lot of times, me and my buddies, we do a week-long motorcycle trip every year, and it's almost always in June. So I haven't made it to Laconia. I hear that it's an amazing riding rally, but between those, with Daytona and Sturgis is my favorite.
Because you're a rider, and it's a rider rally, right?
It's a rider rally.
Yeah.
Daytona is a great time to come, enjoy the sun.
The weather, right?
Get out of the cold from the north where I live, and meet people, see all the people, and then Sturgis is just for all the same reasons, but also just the riding there is amazing. So I go my habit is to go do the Needles Iron Mountain Loop about 3 or 4 times when I'm there.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Matt, we thank you so much for giving us a little view behind the scenes, taking us behind the curtain a little bit, and
thank you.
Sharing with everybody here. So.
Yeah, no, appreciate it. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
here with Curly from Curly's Inc. How are you doing today?
Great, how about yourself?
I'm good. Can you tell us why Curly?
Well, I was chubby and funny as a kid, so Three Stooges and, you know, whoop, 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 whoop. So it kind of stuck, and everyone calls me Curly.
I like it.
Awesome, Curly. How did you get started in the industry?
Well, ever since I was a kid, my dad got me into hot rods, motorcycles, so I raced dirt bikes, and then naturally, when I was old enough to ride a motorcycle, I got my first Harley at 18. It was a 90 Springer Softail, and then it was like everything as I was as a kid, from a moped to a pedal bike escape, I always customized it. So I just took it to there, and I started in my garage, and just hard work and support of great people, and turned it into what it is now.
Awesome. Tell us what it is now. Where is it located? How many employees? How many parts?
We have 7 employees. We're located in Burns Harbor, Indiana. We make tons of parts. We machine all of our stuff in-house, so everything is American-made by us in-house, and we're very proud of that. We paint, we fabricate, we build all our own bikes. Everything but seat is done in-house.
All right. Do you have any products that are getting ready to get launched, or you got on the drafting table, or something you can tell us?
We literally just dropped our new Premier line, which is on this side of the board, and that's a whole lineup. We have all stuff for 2024 and 23.5 CVO models, and then we're getting ready to make some more stuff for the newer bikes.
Awesome. What is your personal favorite part that you guys produce?
Ooh, that's a tough one, because I kind of like most all of them. I like the performance line because I come from the dirt bike kind of realm,
Sure.
So I ride a performance bike, and you know, I'm glad someone come out with knee-notch tanks, because I'm absolutely tired of welding them all, because it's very time-consuming and you don't make much money on it.
Yeah. When we walked up here, hey, how about those chop tanks? Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny because like 2 years ago, me and my buddy Dana from Deadline, I'm like, man, we need to find someone to produce these, because they're time-consuming to cut and knock them out. And let's just face it, we could be doing other things that pay a lot more money than spending half a day welding a tank up.
Nice. So MX days back in Indiana. So Akron, where'd you race at? Where'd you hit? What tracks?
Well, we went up to Michigan, Red Bud area, and then a bunch of local ones around my area. So
Okay.
it was cool. It was fun.
Wildcat
Definitely.
Creek. I mean, I'm from Indiana, so I know
I
quite a
didn't
bit.
like race professionally or try.
Okay,
I
all
just
right.
grew up racing dirt bikes, and my dad would take me around. And
That's
stuff,
awesome.
So it was fun.
So you've been on two wheels for a long time.
Absolutely.
And so now this is your passion, and you get to give it
100%.
back to you, the customer.
Absolutely.
That's awesome, man.
It's
Thanks
fun.
so much for sharing
Thanks
with
for
us.
having us, man.
Yeah.
No problem.
Thank you. Great seeing you.
Alrighty, we are at the International Speedway in Daytona with
With-
our friend.
Nathan from Custom Sounds.
How's it going? I am so excited that you're here. What is your biggest install? Like, what is the most common?
So our most common, we're the sounds dealer for Florida. We go to a lot of the major rallies here in Florida and everything. We have corporate that goes around nationwide and does all the rallies there. Our hot topic this week is our 4-speaker Mirrors with lid cut-ins. It's very powerful, very clear, loud, crisp sound that everybody likes. Get them done in about an hour and a half and get them moving.
So where do we find you?
Right now we're at Daytona International Speedway, right next to Curly's, kind of within eyeshot of the Advanblack entrance. Our shop is located in Wesley Chapel, Florida, just north of Tampa. We do offer mobile installation also, so pretty much we can come to you anywhere in Florida.
So you're gonna grab your trailer, come right to me and do an install.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
How many of those is it compared to them come to you?
Definitely, you do far more mobile installs than what I do at the shop. Having that mobility, and it frees up everybody's schedule, because most people come to the shop, they want to be there on the weekend, because they work. So, doing the mobile service, I just need 2 hours out of their day versus it could be 2 or 3 hours for them to bring the bike to me, and then they got to coordinate it, either dropping it off or picking it up or getting a trailer themselves to get it to me.
All right, so this question isn't meant to be a bash on any of the industry, because we all know that we all eat off the same table, but what sets Sounds apart from the competitors?
Our systems all come with a DSP. A lot of the competitors, they don't do that. That's an added cost to the customer. And our systems also come with a 3 years parts and labor warranty, serviceable at any of our network dealers or at the rallies themselves. If something goes wrong, we want to make it right with the customers, get the parts out to them, or set up the schedule so that they can get it repaired. A lot of the other vendors or manufacturers only offer a 1 year.
Okay, so maybe I didn't catch this, but what states or what regions? I know you said Florida, but is there other states?
Yeah, so I do Florida. We have 250 dealers nationwide. And then, like I said, corporate themselves, they go around to all the major rallies all year long. So we're all over the U.S.
So you have a good network.
Right, we have a very big network.
That is awesome. So, as you just heard, if you're looking for some sound, you want to come talk to Nathan here at the International Speedway, Daytona Bike Week 2025. Thanks, Nathan.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Alrighty, thank you so much for continuing to follow us. You just got to experience Daytona International Speedway with us.
We had a blast.
It was a good time because we got to meet so many customers and vendors. Man, I think there's even partners that we'll end up having as a result of today.
Yes, we met so many vendors.
It is, and I think that's important, and that's why you need to be here, especially in this industry. You get to see each other's faces, shake some hands, even a couple bro hugs. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Lots of hugs.
Yeah, so thanks for following us. It's been a great, great bike week.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye!
You want to do it again?